Afrocentric Home Design and Style channel. Today, I have a special video. Well, I have a video that I know you're like, look, I figured out how to turn the video around. Because this is the view you really want. And we're going to really do some home decor. Then we have to do some home decor. So, we have to show it, right? So anyway, I'm going to wait for you to come on. So today, I want to do, like, I was going through my house. You know that I'm back in the Volta region. And I am, you know what, I think a book could actually lift it up. Even that little more will catch my head. So hold on, let me go do that. I'm gonna get a book. Okay. So we're gonna lift ourselves up a little more. Hey, one person for now. More to come, because that's the way it is. Okay, is that book going to throw it off? That book is going to throw it off. So that book, we need the book. I want to close. You know what? Let's be happy with what we have, okay? Hey, Thursday's child, how are you? I hope you're well. I know you're coming into town, unless you're already here, and I know. It's so good to see you, darling. So y'all, I wanted to do a video on something that I noticed about being here in the village, which, I mean, you can do it anywhere in Africa, but you could also do this very thing. You could do it in the States as well. You know, y'all, the food tastes better when you eat out of clay pots or wooden bowls or utensils. The food tastes so delicious. Just actually putting the food, cooking the food in your normal, and you can actually cook in the clay pots. I don't know how to do it because there's a way you got to prepare the clay pot. But even after you cook in your wonderful stainless steel, and then you want to eat your food, eating it out of a natural utensil or natural like clay pots or wood, I'm telling you, if you haven't tried it, try it. It may make you want to give away or at least put away some of your furniture that might be, you know, like maybe the plastics or the melamine, I think they call it, or the porcelains or the china, so to speak, right? It's something about eating from a clay pot. So today I made oatmeal. So your regular breakfast that you normally would have, your regular dinner, salad, rice, put it in a clay pot and you will notice the difference in the food. So a while ago here, I bought this locally in the village that I'm in the countryside, and it comes with, first of all, why I love it, actually the symbol, this is actually, you know, I just realized that this is the Ndinkra Hene symbol. And the Ndinkra Hene is a tree word from the Akan people in Shantis, and it stands for King of Ndinkra. So it's the king, so Hene is king in tree, and Ndinkra is king of the Ndinkra, and that's the symbol. And it's really beautiful, and I love it. And I've had it for a good while, a couple of years or so, and it comes with a top. Wonderful for your chia seed pudding, your rice and beans, your rice and salad, your beans, rice and salad, a soup. And then what you can do too, you can, if you want to let it cool or you're waiting for it, you can put the top on it to cover it. Maybe you're making your chia seeds, so when I do that, I put my chias in here with my milk, and then I cover it until I top up my fruit, and I put that, and that's how I have a salad. I'm telling you, make sure you get you something natural to eat out of, and you won't regret it. For the longest time when I first came, I've had this bowl for almost 5 years. It's the first time I came to Ghana, I made that. This one made, and a duplicate of it. What you don't want to do with these, do not submerge them in water and let them sit there for a while. They will crack. It's not good for them. You can wash it with water. You don't even really need a lot of the liquid detergent either, but you don't want to submerge it. You know how you leave your dishes in the sink? Maybe you'll never leave your dishes in the sink. But if you ever leave your dishes in the sink, don't make this one of them. But the way the food tastes, oh, you can just taste it first. So your food is not competing with the metal or the porcelain or the china. It's not competing with, or even those plastic dishes. It's standing alone as it. You know what I'm saying? Even in the village, they use the wooden or clay pots to store their water. So they have these big clay pots, and they're kind of cemented to the ground, and they leave it out. It's always outdoor of the compound, outside part of the compound, because it catches the rainwater. So they can use that rainwater for bathing, You know, they can use it for washing the dishes. They can use it for a lot. So, and of course, the water is better and tastier. It's like the clay pot changes the composition. You know, like reverse osmosis, how it's taking the so-called public water, if you will, and it's cleaning it basically, and it makes it more purified. It's purifying it. Well, this actually purifies your food. I just wanted to show you. So today, I'm gonna make sure now. I got other dishes, but I was like, no, 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 no. You're not gonna be dealing with them other dishes. We are over them other dishes. We are going to nature all the way. Now, another thing that you could do with what I love about clay pots or wooden bowls, and I'm gonna show you some other beautiful clay pots that I have. I kind of like, I won't say I'm collecting, but I definitely love them, and if I have room for it, I will use it. So another thing you can do is you can use this as decor, right? A beautiful, handmade, beautiful, you can, and actually let me tell you how you shine it. All you gotta do is take some oil. So if you want to take some olive oil and you just put, a little tissue and paper towel, put a little olive oil on it and shine it up. The guy who made it for me taught me that, and it will bring it back to its, now it's very used and natural, but it'll look like it's brand new. So that's another thing you can do with the wood. I'm talking about the wood. And you want to do a nice oil. You want to do those vegetable oils, or you could probably use those too, but the olive oil I find works great. Coconut oil will probably be wonderful as well. But you could actually use this as a decorative bowl that you put, and I'm going to show you. You could actually use it as a decorative bowl that you actually put on your table, and you could fill it up. Since it's the holiday, it could be your candy dish. It could be snacks you might want to do. So you could be nuts and seeds. It could be something like when people come over, they can snack on. But you could also do it to corral your waist beads, your jewelry of other sorts. You can use it for that. You can use it for little knick-knack things that, like those little things, the key, you can use it for your key. You can use it, but of course you can also use it as a fruit bowl. I use it to have an individual meal, but you could also use it as a fruit bowl, and you can put it anywhere you want. You can put it on the counter, you can put it on these little tables, wherever you want. This is my tripod, by the way, because I don't have my tripod, I just want you to know. But I absolutely love them. So they're great for storage. Let me tell you what else that I do with mine. So we're going to come over here. So these are some more beautiful clay pots. These are all locally made right here in Ghana. Actually, this one right here, I got this one from a brother and a sister in Accra. I was in Accra. This one, of course, I got from here. What I do with these is I use them to store. So you know how you buy your chia seeds, your pumpkin seeds, your nuts and seeds, and you want to put them away, but maybe you don't want to store them. I'm talking about when they're actually in the package and you haven't used them yet, or you opened the package already. This is another thing. And but you didn't use it all, and you take a rubber band and you secure it. You can store those packages, under open packages. You can actually store them inside your pot. And it's wonderful because you close it. So you could actually, so now you got your stuff, instead of storing things in plastic, you can store it in here as well. Now again, these are for cooking, but I'm not skilled in how to do that, so I won't go into that too much, but it's absolutely wonderful. So like I told Manasi's making me some black rice. I brought some black rice from the health food store in Accra. And I told him to store it when he finished with the rice. It's being cooked in a stainless steel pan. I want it to sit here. It doesn't take long for it. Oh, let me take this blue thing off. Hold on one sec, y'all. I forgot about that. Oh, no, wait, not that. Okay, February 27th. That's good to know, cousin. That's wonderful. I'll be back. I'll be looking for you. I will be looking for you. I'll be back in the car by then. Perhaps. No, definitely. So, now you can see a little better. These are absolutely wonderful. Again, you can do the same thing. You see how we have the black table, we have a white table. We can put the black on the white table, and then it will look so beautiful with colorful fruit inside. It could be a candy dish for the holidays, or just, you don't have to have the holidays just to have a candy dish. It could be many things. So this is a beautiful one. They're very heavy, and they are, it's the naturalness of them. And of course, you'll be healthier. This also is another one. I mean, look at the different ways they come in. Look at, these are actually carved. So you have a face in both of these. Isn't that so cool? And it's the handles. And this one has designs in it. So this one has the carvings. It's really beautiful. And I mean, they're handmade, so the intricacy of them. I mean, they're just so stunning because they're so natural. They're so beautiful. And of course, you can do decor with this. You can have a whole table. So let's just say at your next buffet, instead of having your food stored in hopefully not the aluminum, but a lot of times it does be, or even stainless steel, whatever it is, this you can take an ordinary table. We can put a tablecloth. I don't have a tablecloth because the laundry's being done, but we can put a tablecloth on it or not. I think the color of the bowls are so pretty, or the pots, that they let them stand alone. So you can decorate a beautiful table. So you could have your buffet, you could have it here on your table. And instead of storing, the next time you think about having guests over and you're making food, store, even if you, of course, you not necessarily have to make it inside of the clay pot, but you can put it in afterwards. I had a sister came over, Miss Novia. She visited me from all the way from the States. She came all the way up here from across 6 hours away, came to see me, and she eats fish, and sometimes Manasi does as well. So he made a beautiful fish dinner for her. We had rice, I think, in a bowl. We had the stewed fish in another one. I mean, just wonderful ways to display your food and also your dishware. I mean, people love it. It feels more traditional, especially if you're doing theme nights and you want to serve African food. Serve it here. Now, it's unfortunate, because you might ask me this: do the people eat from? It's so funny. I'm gonna tell you the question that I asked you, and I'm gonna give you the answer because I think it's very interesting. Hold on, I'm trying to turn this around because we're in different orientation. There we go. Okay, so the people eat from the clay pot here. Like I said, they definitely if in the village. Talk about the village now, right? No, they cook in the aluminum because unfortunately I think the Chinese probably brought the aluminum here and it's a lot cheaper. There was a time when and I want to show you what you can do with the calabash too, because you can eat off the calabash bowls too. Traditionally too, if you go to traditional places like even the village sometimes, and you get some palm wine, especially if they just tapped in there, bring this jug with the palm wine. Traditionally you would drink the palm wine out of the calabash. Baby, are you in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Could you bring me one of the calabashes, a small one? I want to show them. You also here, I used to go to this place in the city in Accra, as a lodge, it was a neighborhood place, and it was the Pito bar. The Pito is actually a drink made from millet, and it's very traditional among the Muslims. So the people up north, they do that Pito up, and I love it. And I loved going, and baby, if you could get the little, I think inside there they got the bottle on that show. And anything you see too, if you want, especially these calabashes, I can definitely get them for you. But so what we would do, so I used to love going to the pizza bar because they only serve. This is a place right in a neighborhood called Elijah in Accra. They only serve the pizza in the calabash. So you could definitely consider for your next one, and you could actually have calabashes that are smaller than this. So, and I think in the pizza bar, it's smaller than this. The pizza bar got a little smaller, right, baby? And the palm wine, but they have this size too, because some people don't like that. Yeah, thank you. And the calabash, they're so brilliant here. They make these cane stands so that when you do set the calabash up, and we're gonna put it on the table. Now this is gorgeous, right? When you do set the calabash up, you can actually put it on your table and it will stand. Now, I'm going to show you another way to use the bigger calabashes, but I just remember, you'll see some women, I've seen in that crowd too, they will serve them drinks on the side of the road, and they will, or at Makula, and they will actually have the bigger calabashes, maybe what kind of drinks they be having in the calabash, the ladies be selling it? It's like a beverage.
Yeah, the
maize drinks, okay. Yeah, and they will sell it. So they do. You can actually do find those in the city as well. But so I'm going to say that they do use it because the pizza bar, sometimes for the palm wine, depending on what establishment you're getting it from, and I mean more like even in the village. But the pizza bar used it. So but look at all the things you can do. You can do this. You can use this as a decor piece. You can store the same kind of stuff. You can eat it in a bowl with your food. You can drink out of it. That's what I really like that they do with these. You can drink your beverage out of it, especially if it's local, nice local beverage. You could put knickknacks in it again. You can put fruit in it. You can put hors d'oeuvres. You can put snacks. You can put whatever. And because of the whole, because you can see that if you try to put it on the table, you can see it would fall over. They have these handy dandy. So we're gonna start getting our little table together. So yeah, and then I want to show you. Okay, so I want to show you what another thing you can do with the bigger calabashes. Remember, this is home decor, right? This is home decor. So you don't have a bookshelf, and you got books, but you don't have a bookshelf. You have nowhere to store the books. This is a beautiful calabash. Again, the calabash, and then it was Kwame George. He carved the calabashes. This one has the symbol for hope. I turn it around. There's a Sankofa. I'll show you symbol, and then the other symbol should be G. I mean, it should be. Let me just make sure because that's what I did. But the table's looking very African festive. You see, I added the mass to it. We got the sieves. This is what separates the chaff from the corn. The corn, and you get the rest of the stuff you don't want. That's what a seed, basically African seed. And these are all made from palm branches or palm leaves. Everything is natural, and everything it just tastes so much better natural. So you should do it. But this is the beautiful calabash. I got these books, got my little African books, and I don't have a place. I didn't have a place to put this one here. For the books, I don't have a shelf. I want to save space. You can use the calabash. You see the stands again. You can use the calabash to store your books. Let me show you another way I'm using the calabash. So think of them as kind of like a drawer or even like a storage. But you know how in the States, a lot of the home decor, they'll use the baskets as storage, baskets for everything, right? Baskets underneath the sink, baskets in the bathroom, got toilet paper in one, you got razors or knickknacks. You can do the same thing with a calabash. You can do the exact same thing, and you can have the calabash, and you can store stuff in it. You can, if you really got a big event and you got a long table, instead of having those metal things, I know it keeps the food warm. That's why they have it too at the catering places, the people that cater. But you could have this set up on the table, and as you're doing one of them long tables, you can have the calabash set up and still have your whatever food you're serving inside of it. It's really a beautiful thing to have. They basically, if you don't break them or make them fall on the floor from high, they could last a lifetime. To be honest, you can pass it down with the carvings and all. So these are some of the ways that I like to use the natural things. I feel like what makes Afrocentric home design, and to me, now everybody's got a different definition, but what stands out to me about Afrocentric home design, to me, is the naturalness. I feel like in Africa, it's the home, it's the continent of natural resources that basically supplies the entire world in some cases, right? Especially the so-called developed countries, right? So you're going to come here, you're going to find all these beautiful natural items. How do you use it? Baskets. I use baskets like I don't have a dresser, so to speak, right? So instead of, if you don't have a dresser, you're a person that be like, okay, I don't like big, heavy, bulky furniture. This is another great place. Hey, Dion. I went to the market already. I'll show you some of the stuff I bought. You can use your baskets. My basket, it stores everything. You can store towels. I store curtains. I store sheets. I store everything. Even my electronics, I store my electronics in the basket. So you want to put all your electronics in one place, get a basket instead, and let the basket be instead of those other things that you could use. And I'm thinking, don't get me wrong, in the States you can buy baskets, but what I love is these are made in Africa, and in this case, made in Ghana. I decided to, let's say you have chairs. You ever had a chair, but the chair is totally uncomfortable? So you have a chair, but the chair is uncomfortable. But you bought it because you like the way it looks. So you basically bought it for decor. These chairs are actually weaved or woven, if you will, and they're very, look, he got some orange on my chair. I can wipe that off. That's the easiest paint. But this is the technique of the Togolese people. So these are the Togolese people. I don't know, are people getting Dion, comment again. I want to make sure you're in because we had a good amount of people and now we don't. So I'm not sure. I mean, they could not, but I mean, this is something that I'd be thinking the channel wants, and I love it too. So anyway, we have because what I love about things made in Africa is it's so artistic and decorative in itself. So this is the technique of using these colored ropes that the Togolese people do. And so I realized when I got them first, I really wanted them. The cheers, actually, Kwame had the cheers. And then I took the cheers to the Togolese lady and took her some days to do it because they do it absolutely by hand. But instead of me being able, once I got the cheers, it took me a minute to realize that the cheers are not comfortable. But you can use your cheers, like if I had plants and the plants were, I had the tray for the bottom, which I don't have easy get one, you can use it as a plant stand. It could hold your plant. Look at it as hands presenting your items to it. So I use the cheers now to hold the calabash. And the calabash, again, is the drawers for me. It is my drawers. Another thing, too, what I love about Afrocentric things is they're pretty. If you notice, this is that same Nigeria, either Nigeria or Burkina Faso fabric. Let's just say Nigeria. If I'm wrong, somebody from Nigeria, you never recognize this, let me know about it. As I used it for pillows, I also made this hobo bag. But why just keep the hobo bag not being seen? So all the hobo bag is storing all of my head wraps. So there's the hobo bag. Yeah, okay, you're here. Okay, good. So there's the hobo bag. So you can use your bags, especially your decorative, Afrocentric stuff, to store or just be beautiful displays. So consider using things that are natural. Calabash is, of course, made into lamps because it brings something to the house. It brings a lightness. Brings, yeah. Huh? Okay, I'm gonna bring in the pot. Baby, why don't you bring the pot here and pour it in the thing? I would love that. So we're gonna take Manasi made some. I had, like I said, I brought some black rice, and we're gonna pour the black rice. Okay, let me test it. He wanted me to test it and see if I like it. Let me test it. Thank you. Oh, it's perfect. Hey, Zenobia. It's perfect. Okay, so he's gonna bring it, and we're gonna pour it into the not the calabash, into the clay pot. So I'm gonna put it. I think I'm gonna choose this one to put it in, and then when I'm serving myself, I'm gonna serve it out of this. So, no, rinse it off, baby. Thank you. Hey, Zenobia. So use your decorative pots. Like, I love your home. Thank you, Zenobia. Like, even though I have these, and I love these, I picked these up from Malcolm. Beautiful. What I love about these bowls like this is, first of all, they are, what would you call this? It's called like a ceramic or a porcelain, like ceramic, but they have tops to go with it. So it's better to store your stuff in this than plastic. I don't have a lot of plastic here because I look for stuff like this to store my food. So the natural, let me show, because I want you to see, the rice going inside. And Zenobia, remember when we ate out of this? We served you out of this. Thank you. So I'm going to have this. Thank you so much, Vanessa. So I'm going to have this, right? I'm going to make a nice salad. It's going to be a few different greens, spinach, arugula, collard greens, and mustard greens. But overall, it's a salad. I'm going to make it with avocado. The avocados are so in season, they're really delicious. And I'm going to add in some spices and seasonings, some nuts and seeds. And then I'm going to mix it with the rice. And cucumber. I got fresh cucumber, and I'm going to eat it out of here. Food tastes so much better. So when you think about home decor, especially African home decor, like people comment on it. Yesterday we had a young man that was helping us do the work, right? Clean, and they worked, when I see the young man worked for 14 hours straight, no kidding, to get the whole house dust free. And then I went and organized each room. And the young man commented on, we have so many things and they're all so light. People are so used to furniture being very heavy. Back in the day, like I guess you probably judged the quality of furniture by how heavy it was. I think people still actually do that, right? Heavy furniture carries a lot of times heavy energy as well. You know how I feel like why I think I move so easily? I thought about it because I can move so easily. The fact is, if I could get no one to help me, let's just say you can't find nobody to help you move, you don't have the money for movers in the truck, I literally could, if I had to, even if I got a truck and the person didn't move the stuff in, I can pick up everything, and if I have to. When me and Manasi moved here from Accra, and we had the truck guy, but we paid for him to take us here, but he didn't move the stuff in. We moved every single thing, me and him together. And the heaviest thing was the wardrobe. I don't even know how we did that. But I think we left that one outside and had somebody, the men come in. But we moved all of the furniture into the house because it's made from natural materials again. So a lot of times when you see home decor, it looks good, but it doesn't feel good. You want to date it doesn't feel good. A lot of times, a lot of people, we get home decor, we stage it and realize we don't really like it, or it's too heavy, or it's not have the vibration that when you walk in that you see when you're watching it on screen. So I love, like, if you ask me, you will always see me with cane furniture. You will always see me with bamboo, calabash, and cane. Because I love the lightness, and baskets, of course. I love the light, and wood that is light. So the lighter woods, especially the wood in my bowls and plates, a must have. And they got nice light woods too, but still sturdy. The good thing too about this stuff is you literally could pass it down. You could have, this is the bowl my grandmother had, or this is the bowl my mom had, this is the bowl my mom. And so what I love about this kind of stuff is it's something that is a great gift. And you can pass it down. You can use it for years. Just like your mom may pull out the cast iron pot. Everybody knows. I know so many people that cast iron pots are their relatives, their elders, so to speak, their mother even, their father, right? So it's that same idea. I love the lightness of the house. Another thing that, like I said, I didn't know anybody else that was doing this, but as soon as I saw these mats that was on the floor, so you have to think of new ideas. We talk about a lightness, right? Sometimes rugs are heavy. Sometimes even area rugs could be heavy, or they could not transfer well throughout the season. Some rugs are too heavy for the summer, too light for the winter, right? So when I saw these mats, and I saw the people using the mats to sleep on, to take naps on, they use it as shade, like a curtain too. I've seen those. I said, you know what? We had these concrete cement floors, every room, and I was like, oh, that's not gonna do. I didn't even think about that. That's what people do eventually. If it was theirs, they lay tile. I know why tile. Well, I didn't have tile money. I didn't even think about, when I first came here, I wasn't thinking that I was gonna be basically building the apartment, So then I was like, oh my God, I know we could do for the flooring, because I could not even, when I first came in, like, I couldn't take the flooring that this is what we're gonna live with, like this, and this is the flooring. I couldn't do it. I could not do it, y'all. I was like, oh no, that's too cold. And so what you want, just because the furniture is not heavy or the items you use are not heavy doesn't mean it's not warm. There's that other misconception, right? So I said, you know what? What about the mats? And they was like, the mats? The mats that people sleep on? I said, yeah, is that okay? Because I want to make sure I'm not messing with the customs or something. You know what I'm saying? Being disrespectful to the culture. That's basically. It's like, yeah, we just never thought about that. But why not? Let's do it. My thing was, is it going to be able to take the wear and tear of actual use? Because you're putting it on the floor, and what they do, they sleep on it and then they roll it up when they're done, But this one would be literally stepping on it. It is the smartest flooring or rugs, if you want to look at it that way, that I feel like it was the greatest idea. First of all, every one of these mats are the same exact mats that I bought 2 years ago when I moved in. They are on the floor every day. We're going in and out, up and down, and they didn't tear, they didn't break, they didn't do any of those things. You get what I'm saying? This is better than the stuff that we buy that's made from those rugs are made from very toxic materials. A lot of rugs have a lot of problems with toxicities, I don't know if you're familiar, but so now you got natural flooring, or it's not flooring, natural rugs. if you ever wanted these, I would, let me know, I'll send them because they are so amazing. And somebody said it, they complement the decor because it's that same earthy feel. That's what so when I say I think of Afrocentric home design, especially being in Africa, which probably was different. Although I loved Wicca, y'all know I was always looking for Wicca. I used to get it used on like Facebook Marketplace or, oh my God, I looked for it. Now I'm in the home of it, and it's here. It's Cane. They call it Cane. But I think cane furniture, clay pots. I think they're timeless pieces. You don't have to get a new one when the furniture, you get bored with it, it goes out of style. It was 1992, now it's 94. So, it's just this pieces that really stand the test of time. And to have the mats on the floor with, you can look at this better too, visuals. To have the mats on the floor and the cane furniture, y'all can see, and the calabashes, you be the judge. I think it complements so well. Another thing, what I love about using natural materials is that if you got clay pots, the baskets that's made from the cane as well, or baskets made from other things that baskets are made of, the cane furniture, let's say the clay pots, the wooden bowls or wooden plates, the calabashes, or the basket, you don't have to worry about if it don't work together. Unlike sometimes the heavier furniture, you're trying to match it up unless they tell you what the set is. Some people might want to buy the whole set as displayed in the showroom. But if you want a little more creativity, but you're not sure if it's going to all go, right? So is it going to go well? It's really all made from the same stuff. Wouldn't you agree? It's made from the same stuff. And so that alone, it's not like I'm so genius the way I'm putting this stuff together. It all goes together. I want to give you some examples. Down to the drum. The drum is made from animal skin. Goat skin or cowhide, right? Or cow skin, right? So the drum, the drum itself is made from wood. These are all local natural materials that's found on the continent. But the drum is also, because of the naturalness of the color, remember, what do they all have in common? The clay pot, the cane, the calabashes. Don't you see the similar neutral color? That's what they really have in common. Hey, Teresa and Jez Urban Homestead, how are you? That's what they have in common. The color, kind of, right? And then for those that love neutral palettes, because some people think, Afrocentric home decor, does it have, well, I think you'll know now, it doesn't have to be so colorful if that's not what you want. I like color, but I've even noticed that, look at the books. You notice that the books, these are all African books by African authors by and about African people. Do you know that even the books stay in that African kind of neutrality? And I didn't try that. But how does the calabash not match the clay pot? And not match the bowl, right? And not match the smaller calabash, right? And not even match the drum. I wanted to show you this, the talking drum. All natural materials, but it also becomes the core. The sieves, they use these. They don't use this to put on the wall. When they come to my house, that's like a little strange to them. So you're using items, and baskets. They definitely, you'll see in the marketplace, this is how when they bring the tomatoes to the market, other vegetables and fruits, this is the baskets they use. These are right here local. Traditionally in Ghana, especially these particular type of baskets, they're usually made by old men in the village. Every place that I've been, it was an old man making it and selling it usually. So some of these might be made, but these baskets, you see those ones on the top, those are actually more popular among the northerners. They are the ones with the gift of basketry. So you got, that's another thing. A lot of the stuff is tied to specific ethnic groups. How cool it is to have a dress form made from cane. So now you got even a natural dress form. You don't have to be a designer to have a dress form like that. That is art, right? That is decor. And a place to hang. If you got jewelry, you want to display your jewelry, how wonderful is it to display on the cane? Let's go look at it. So that's why even cane, and if you don't like the natural color, which I loved and I could have kept, but it's okay, you can spray paint the natural color another color. This was based on the tone from drum, and this one is actually cane But right away, I told him I wanted it black, so just do it and then do it black, and then that's when I'll see it. I'll see it in black. And you can bring in the leathers. I mean, leather's different from animal, and I think that's pretty natural. So yeah, I like even my knickknacks, like my coasters, my little bowls to hold stuff. You see the Ashanti stool, which is now this is the tripod, so you see how we do that. We know we're gonna do it. Know we're gonna do it now. Beautiful cane piece, hand woven, and it displays. Where's my other? Where's my other necklace? I would love to know what the other one is. Did I bring it with me somewhere else? I had two necklaces, a very pretty colorful one as well. And you can put a bunch of necklaces. You can hold your waist beads on this. You want to be really creative? You can actually put your earrings right here, and that would be beautiful display. So now you got your African earrings on the cane. I mean, this is a great display. I didn't really think about that before, but you could easily use this to hold earrings. So that's why it's not hard for me to decorate. I feel like nature already decorated. It's just me putting the collection together. And I think y'all understand that. So, and like I said, y'all know I love bamboo. Don't play with my bamboo. Okay, baby, you and me, I know. Thank you. I love, so the cane, wardrobe, not wardrobe, this is the vanity, right? We got the cane vanity. Even this is some shea butter I bought. It's in the coconut. It's the coconut shell. I mean, that's what's up. So this shea butter, I'm gonna take it out the plastic and I'm gonna put it in there. So this, because these are reusable. And this is great for bobby pins. You want to hold safety pins, little small stuff. I mean, I love it. We're gonna do, maybe tonight we're gonna do a nighttime routine. Because this is all my little nighttime magic potions, But yeah, I love the cane. I even use this. This is another sieve, just another shape. And I actually use this sieve, which is like kind of like a strainer, but like a sieve. It's a sieve to hold my earrings. So it's so many ways to use the decor, and it goes together. You know what I'm saying? And I told you, y'all know I had the wardrobe. The wardrobe, this is real mahogany wood, and it's hand carved, right? And this is also real mahogany wood. And I had the wardrobe, and the wardrobe fell apart because the rest of the wardrobe was plywood, and this was actually too heavy. So yeah, it was a little too heavy, and so I decided to get rid of the falling apart. The falling apart plywood, and say, okay, I don't need that, but this is priceless. I mean, what is this but like a Dogon door? It's the same idea. So if you have parts of a furniture that you have, say you have some furniture and you don't want the whole thing, but you like parts of it, and you say, oh my God, I don't want to give this away. I don't want to give this away because I love it, but I don't love the whole thing. You can take a screwdriver, let somebody take it off and save the parts that you like and use it as decor. Save the parts. Let's talk about the Calabash, multi-use. It's a Calabash lamp, but remember, it's a Calabash first. This can also be a stand. You can put it on the table. I mean, it's actually quite stunning. All you got to do, I got a stand for it, get a stand. Think about that. If you have a black and white theme, or you got some color, you want to add that, it does turn back into the Calabash. It's just decorative and it's a lamp. So that's what I love about this decor. I never get tired of it because I feel like, Black life, growing up Black for me, everything was like making something out of nothing. Everything had to have a purpose. And I always talk about the jelly jar. If you remember the jelly jar, like the Smuckers or the jelly jar, we used to, after you finish the jelly was gone, you use it as a glass. It's kind of like the same thing. It may seem like it's very Black American, but it's really very African. Even you see when I got, this is my African kimono, this is Manasseh's design as far as the cloth is his, and then I designed the robe. When you are in the Afrocentric field or scheme or, spear, your normal, everything's going to go together. So you could just say, oh, this is random, but look, it kind of goes with the bed, right? It goes with the picture. The thing that I feel like, and of course, I got matting here as well. Now, I tried the matting in the kitchen. I want you to know, I thought it was the terrible idea. Too much food falls on the floor. So this one was exactly this. I said, okay, this one I'm going to tile. but I want it to be a neutral. The cabinets, the broken tile. Consider your next, if you're doing a tiling job, consider using broken tile or mismatched tile to make some mosaic, design, and that can be your tile. Look at this. This is, we, like I said, we had the sink in, designed the whole thing. I love the bamboo. They didn't think of this. So bamboo doesn't just come the thick one. They got skinny bamboo too. It's the skinny branches that grow. And I was like, hey, I would love for you to get the skinny ones and do this design. And he never did it before, but he absolutely loved it. He wanted to be really good at it. What I love about the bamboo, at first you see it as green and it's beautiful. You'd be like, oh my God, I want the bamboo to stay green. But it doesn't. The air will touch it. It's away from its source, the roots, right? Look at the beautiful color that it turns, and this is forever. Long as you preserve it, you'll be fine. But it goes with the cane basket. You see how the cane comes in with the bamboo? And then this was the whole thing, the bamboo door and the bamboo. I love this stuff. Yeah, I can talk about it all day. Local basket. This is a local basket. This is made by the Edway people. This is made by the Edway women. At least it was an Edway woman selling it. So let me say that. I'm not sure. I won't say that because it could be an Edway man. Because this basket I know was made by the Edway men. And this is another local. So go for the local if possible. Shop at those places that have specialty shops or festivals that sell the stuff, no matter what country it's from. As you can see, I have more of the plates, more calabashes, more plates, more bowls. I actually bought this on Amazon online. And then I left the States and somebody found it and sent it to me over to Africa. And I love her for it. This is actually made from bone, but I use it to hold my forks and spoons. You see the creativity you could have? But some people would say it's a pen holder. You can hold your pens on your desk. There's so many ways to use, Afrocentric. I store everything. So, instead of fruit bowls, I use the natural wood that I had these designed. They've been going to be with me forever. And this is they call it the African blender, but this is where the mortar and pestle, but this is the big one to use, grate on this, a grater. But I also use it to store my goods, my foods, my stuff. So yeah, so I did go shopping. I think I just got a few things like some watermelon, just some regular items. I went to the place called Malcolm. I need toilet paper. I got my water going because we got to drink lots of water. This is another thing. I'm going to talk about it. These baskets I got this basket. This is made here by the men. This same basket. I think it's so lovely. And it's storage for me too, right? I store my home decor items. This is what I wanted to show you. This is bad. We're going to take these with us. I store my home decor items. I store home decor items, period. Look at my napkins, holders. These are some, I use these fans. They use the fan, the cold pot. I use it as coasters, not coasters, chargers, home decor items. And then, it's also acts as a coffee table because then I use the sieve to put on top. And I'm going to get a smaller sieve that it snaps right on. It's not supposed to. I came up with this. These are supposed to be laundry baskets made of cane, but I make it it's a trash can for me. So this is cane, and I painted it white, which I didn't. I love to go back to the original just cane. Don't know if that ever will happen, but that's okay. You got to try new things. Another basket, just use the sieve as the thing that holds the table. Sieves on the wall, you can always do that. I love the naturals. This is Afrocentric home design. These are the dishes I got to put away. That's my chore for tonight when I go out. But, and then so for you, it's about your color. Like now you can bring in, do you want to do an accent wall? Do you want to have multiple colors, right? What do you want? What is your style? What is your color? And you know what? I feel like if you can start off, you might have a style, and that's fine. You can stick with your style. It might be neutrals, a pop of color. It might be lots of color, very few neutrals. But I would say this, allow your style to evolve. Because I feel like when you take chances, you win. When you take chances, like you're happier. You'll be like, oh my God. Like for instance, you see this green paint? I did the green paint, and I remember I was teaching my coaching group, And I said, yeah, I did my paint green, and I feel like it was crickets. Like everybody got quiet. I don't think they was really feeling the green, right? And so sometimes too, you'll do something, but other people don't really feel it. But that doesn't matter because when I showed the green, I came in to repaint this thing orange. And when I showed the green, then the people that watched was like, oh my God, we love the green. We love the green. Sometimes it's the right eyes to see it, but also it's not really about anybody else. It's because you have to live in it and you have to sit in it. So you should really do what makes you feel good. There are no rules. The rules is how good can you feel in your room. That's how you decorate, especially Afrocentric home design. I think Afrocentric home design changed me. When I was in the States, never been to Africa at that point, never traveled to Africa, never been to the continent. Afrocentric home design to me was more centered around what we believe Africa was. You know what I'm saying? It was more of a thought or a dream or a vision or some pieces put together, right? It was more, so things was very literal. Like in the States, I had two clocks. I had one was shaped like I think Senegal, the country of Senegal, and the other one was shaped like the African map, right? And it was a clock. I was way more literal. I was masks. I was doing masks. I was doing more statues. I was very literal to me. I say that's literal. This is African. Afrocentric home design says Africa in the center in your decor. So it was way more, I feel, of that. Pictures, African people, you know. But once I came to Africa and started living in Africa, and specifically Ghana, where I live now, it became to me more about what is Africa to Africans. I mean, when I went in their houses, I didn't see masks. I didn't see pictures like this of faces of women and men, warriors and all the things. I didn't see any of that. I really even saw the cane stuff. But when I went to the streets, I would see the cane people making cane. And I would see the calabashes a lot used in different ways. I did see that on the street. I would see the clay pots. I mean, they make the clay pots. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I came over here and made it. So I started, and even in the village, when I saw the clay pot being outside and storing the water, these things sparked me. I was like, wow, you know what? Africa to me is about the natural resources. That's Afrocentric home design. It changed. You get what I'm saying? I think I got the one mask in here. I do have pictures of people, but in some other houses, Accra, I don't have any too many. I think I have one or two. So for you just have to decide, but it's all a feeling. You can go through stages in Afrocentric home design, just like you go through stages in your regular, so-called regular decor. But feel it. Make it be a feeling. And again, if you go with Afrocentric home design and you go for the natural resources, you will not make a mistake. It'll all go together. And then you start making it more of a lifestyle. You can eat at the clay pot. Yes, it's decorative, it's beautiful, but it's also, the food is better served that way. Because it takes the kind of vitamins, just like the cast iron. If you lower iron, you can cook in cast iron pots to get the iron, you're getting the same nutrients, if you will, from the woods or from the calabashes. So it's a whole lifestyle. And then of course, when you have an Afrocentric home, then you want to dress in an Afrocentric way. So then you got the clothes, you want to flow to your house, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's really beautiful. I love the way the house comes along. I love the accent wall. But I was telling them when I see that, one thing they got to do here is they got to use primer. So the accent wall with this orange was painted on top of the green, but in the bathroom it was painted on top of the white paint. I think that I would love to go back in again when I see this thing. I have privacy. I would like to go back in again, and I would like to have a primer first. I would like to prime the wall and then go back and put the. But we got to put the paint back in the cabinets, okay? And then come back and put the orange on. I think it'll give a richer orange. It's not a big thing. It's only one wall. I also could do this to himself. So I think that's it. But I love it, and I love that I didn't do the other side because the accent wall is just one wall that works. But orange I chose because the kente. When I first was to come up to New York and they had kente, I thought kente was one thing, and I thought it was the pattern just like this. I thought this is one pattern. This is kind of kente. I didn't know kente came in different sizes, I mean, different patterns, right? And it's all still kente. But so I always thought in the States, Africa was orange. The dirt is the red dirt, but it's really kind of like an orange, right? The kente was orange, so I always knew I had to have orange walls. And when I came here, yes, a lot of kente does have the orange, and the dirt is orange. So, and then also decorating with, of course, plants. I did that when I was in North Carolina off the land. I called it tall grass. Here, I got some stuff on my land that I want to pick, so bringing something more natural in here as well. There's 1,000 ways to do it. It's all about you and your imagination. So, yeah, I just wanted to bring this to you. I wanted to bring you something different. But, yeah, don't consider putting your books, you can put it in a basket, but why not a calabash? If you get your hands on a calabash. I love it. I think it really speaks to the environment. So I guess I see Afrocentricity as, natural resources, more about the things that is already around us. And now that's a little different. Still Afrocentric. I think over the years, I really appreciate the cane being so neutral. I now appreciate the neutrals, I think the kitchen is kind of neutral, but it's still Afrocentric, isn't it? So allow your style to evolve. Enjoy your home. Make it a sanctuary. And you won't go wrong. You won't go wrong. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm hungry. And it's time to eat, honey. You gotta eat well, okay? And drink lots of water because it's hammer time. It's hammer time. Oh, ciao. So let me see if I missed any comments. So Sonovia says, primer paint is very necessary. Yes, ma'am. I collect my glass honey jars, that's right, but I'm not sure how to use the empty glass jars. I would think of something to do with them. That's a great idea. You was asking Teresa and Jed's Homestead. Do they have a YouTube channel? I love seeing different home decor. Very creative. Thank you. Book Miss T, baby. Good morning. Please hit the like button, share, subscribe, comment. Thank you so much. Turn your notification. Thank you, Sonovia. Big up, Brother Manasi, they say. Exact meal. Yes, I love your home. Thank you. Hey, this man, hey, Sonovia. All right, ladies. I thank you so much for being here. Share this with others. Other people want to do this. Do they want to get their home together? And they want great ideas. So I love you all. I'm going to dig into this food. And Manasi's about to go out, so let me say my greetings for him leaving. If it's a greeting. All right. I'll see you in the next one. Love you, ladies. Peace and blessings.